Hello everybody, welcome back to Dark Souls. I am here with my friend Pike. And I'm also here with some D&D stories. Part 3. I can't think of a witty title for Part 3. I should have also thought of a witty title for Part 2, but I didn't do that either. I'm not sure that's how spears work. I mean, I could be wrong though. It definitely does less damage than my sword does at close range. At least on these guys. Maybe that guy was resistant to lightning though, because he had like robes on. Let's check out against Mr. Rogue. Mr. Rogue-like. I think he does more on the parry. Oh, he thought he was gonna get backstab on me, didn't he? Too bad for you. That animation is not in sync though. Like, I hit them with the I just like position it so that this center of the spear is inside of them by like clipping through them. I don't hit them with a pointy bit. Yeah, just like slide the spear through the side of their body. Anyway, the players had just arrived back in... Whoa! Oh, that is such a long animation. But I have a long range. Fuck. So the players had just arrived after taking out the Grung. Back in a small village. And from there, they went in, they turned back, got a cool spear. Hey, that's timely as fuck. Because I too have a cool spear. Oh, no. I too have a cool spear. I mean, pike. I mean, a pike is just a big spear, isn't it? Anyway. From there, they were like, alright, what else can we do before we leave? And they said, oh, you know, what about those druids? It's like, the bounty for the druids is just to make them not come near the city anymore. We can do that without killing them. So, they were like, alright, how do we talk to the druids then? And it so happened that the guest playing the druid was back. They're like, hey, we have a druid. Let's go talk to the druids and see if we can, like, cheese this bounty by not fighting them. Which is honestly a reasonable thing to do. If it said kill the druids, they would have to kill them, but it didn't. It said make them leave. Or leave us alone, rather. So they went and talked to the druids after, you know, they got everybody home safe. They opened up they got turned the bounty, they got the new bounty, met up with Layla, the dwarf druid, and brought her to go talk to the druids, which was honestly a good idea. Come on, man, it's just a tree. I have faith in you. No, no. Fuck this. So they went over and talked to the druids, and was like, hey, Mr. Druid, what's going on? Why are you coming to the town? This is like a really tough druid, and he was like, oh, you know, the darkness in the basin, it was a long social encounter, basically. But it was like, why are you doing this, Mr. Druid? It's like, we're running from the darkness in the basin. It's like, oh, that sounds not good. Can you not be near this town? It's like, we were running away from it, you know. we're not, you know, trying to be near the town, but if we need to run, we will go that direction. It's like, well, I mean, what if you don't do that? It's like, we're not trying to go after the town, but if we're running, we're going in that direction. So like, alright, don't go near the town unless you're running. That was, what, 2.5 hours of talking in character got them. It was like, alright, don't go near the town. And he's like, alright, I guess. So the players went back to town, they were like, we did it. And it's like, you did it? It's like, we did it. Alright, dude. That's interesting. So the players did it. Little air quotes there, did it. Did it. And, he's coming. And, they got the reward for that, which was mostly money. He gives a few diamonds, too, which is good for resurrection spells that they don't have yet. But diamonds are shiny, so they wanted them anyway. They then... Alright, that is worthless. Oh, God. Ouch. Hold on. Things have gotten bad. This guy is intent on having my blood. Here, thank you for letting me heal. So from there, the players were like, alright, what do we do now? And it was like, oh, Mr. Fairfax, what are you doing? And he's like, I have a job for you all. It's like, really? Really? So like, what's the job? Mr. Fairfax is like, you know, originally, I don't think I actually mentioned it, originally it was just like, get connections here, talk to people. You know, eventually, you know, we're gonna do something, but, you know, right now it's good to know people here. So they report back to Mr. Fairfax to actually talk about, the, druids, and it's like, listen, can you help us here? And it's like, no. I will not talk to the druid for you. It's like, alright, worth a shot. So, like how I punctuated my "so" with that guy's chest exploding. So, the players, then were told by Mr. Fairfax that, like, hey, you know, we need to move to the next town. You know, I'm gonna stay here, talk to these people some more. But, can I pull both of them? Please, dear God, no. But it would be good if, you know, you guys moved on to the next town and started, you know, talking to people there, getting to know people there. And it's like, oh, that's good, because I know people there. Said Ulrich, the guy who lived there. I'm like, oh, that's good. So, talk to them, you know, find stuff out. But while you're there are 2 things you need to do. He's like, I have people in that area who are checking it out already, who work for me, and there is like a guild of assassins there, and there is a cult going on there, and I need you to check into both of them. And it's like, oh, that sounds bad. We'll get right on that. So they, I don't think so, buddy. They started to head there. Encountered some gnolls on the road that ambushed them in their sleep, but it was really not a problem. Actually, it was a little bit of a problem because the one person keeping watch just completely fucked up their role, and just it was a little bit of a problem trying to get everybody up to be like, listen, there are things attacking, because there were some bad rolls involved, unfortunately. But I mean, that's how it goes. The nature of the game. Some rolls are good, some rolls are bad, and they could afford them there. There's times in combat where you can't afford them, so get them out of the way. But from there, the players went on to, you know, get to the city. I think the city was Zaosk. They got to Zaosk, and it was like, hey, we made it. Who were these people we were supposed to talk to? well, I don't know. And they went and they, you know, walked around town a little bit, got some rooms. Actually, each got their own room in this inn. Sorry about that. I had to stretch. Oh my god, warping. So they each, you know, got their room in an inn, and they were, you know, just sleeping. And all of a sudden, like drinking, having a good time, and they go to sleep. All of a sudden, Finnick wakes up with a knife to his throat, and some like girl in this like black armor is standing over him, and it's like, "You have failed." And it's like, my friend, the best response is like, "If you're death, just get it over with, make it quick." And we were all just laughing at that. It's like, geez, dude. But it's like, you have an hour, try again. And then she like, just walked out his door, and he's like, what the fuck? And he looked all over, and there were like X marks on him, and he's like, what the fuck? And he just like, alright, fuck that bitch. So... that was a good investment. So he went and took all of the furniture and pushed it against the door, like after locking it, and then sat like so that he could keep an eye on it and like the window at the same time with his spear out, just like grumbling to himself. And it's so annoying that leaves him at like 1 health. I might upgrade it just a little bit just because of that. And like an hour passed and she came back, like in through his window, and he like got spooked when she came in, and it's like, all your friends are dead. And he's like, oh? I mean, inside check, and she was telling the truth, and it was like, no, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go down fighting, and he like stabbed at her. She blocked it, you know, and came and hit him in the side of the head, and then everybody woke up in a basement, chained to tables, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? And Finnick's just like cursing, like, oh, that bitch, and so it's like, well, how do we get out? And it's like pitch black, there was nobody in the room, and so they started using like ingenuity, and they're on 1 hit point because they were knocked unconscious and dragged here. And it ended up with Finnick used his like flame breath on the manacles holding Ulrich down, but at the same time hitting Ulrich with it. Which was kind of funny. He was like, just hit me with it. Go, 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 yes! So Ulrich was burned and then picked back up by Nyloth with Healing Word. And, so that's just got a verbal component. And so then Ulrich was able to pick the rest of the locks and get them all out of there, and it's like, well, fuck, what do we do now? And they go over to the door, and it's like really securely locked, and it's like 2 keys. And they're like, well, shit, that's not good. And then they heard a voice, and it was the lady, and it's like, alright, stop before you hurt yourselves. You did pretty well this time. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And it's like, alright, you know, did this. I'm coming back in an hour. Go get ready. And they were like, ah. And they went upstairs to their rooms. Well, she went invisible. And they went upstairs to their rooms, and it was like, alright, operation time. Let's go. So they start, like, singing and dragging, like, beds and stuff through the, like, hallways to, like, basically make a fort out of furniture in one of the rooms and, like, get ready for this person to break in. And they're all just sitting there waiting, like singing in their fort, like keeping an eye out. And eventually, one of them just hears a voice in their ear, like, "Oh, fuck, that hurt." Oh, hold on. Oh, and I skipped part of the story too. At least he's just sitting there, fucking hacking at the ground. Ow! Ow! Oh, jeez. He got really angry at me. So they're all sitting there, and they're all like watching the doors and the windows. They're sitting there, and all of a sudden, Arcus just hears a voice in my ear like, "Good try, but you lost." Did I say my ear? In his ear. And it's like, "Good job, but yeah, you know, not good enough," or whatever it was. He's like, "Guys, we didn't do it." Because the entire time they were like singing and dancing and dragging things through the like hallway, she was just standing there invisible watching them pile everything into one room. And before they closed the door, she just got in the room with them. Ow. So, you know, it was a little bit doomed from the start, unfortunately for them. No! Come on, dude. Just give up. Is the rogue active yet? There he is. So eventually, it's time for more answers. And it's like, "Who the fuck are you?" It's like, "I work with Mr. Fairfax. My name is..." And she like pulled down her head. It's like, "My name is Grace Hawthorne." And everyone's like, "Oh," because that was one of the people who worked with their previous group. And she kind of started out as a bad person, but ended up like being good and helping them out and stuff. And it was cool. She's kind of like the group's collective like adopted daughter. It was kind of funny. They're like, "Oh my god," and it's like, "I work with Mr. Fairfax, and I've been investigating here. You guys are looking for a guild of assassins. You gotta be more fucking careful." That scared me. You gotta be more careful, you know, like, you can't just go parading around expecting everything to work out well. That's not, you know, how this works with Assassin's Guilds, please. So she, you know, gave them a bit of instructions, like, you know, don't, you know, sleep in your own room for the most part. Because that way, you know, when somebody, you know, is breaking in, there's a better chance that two people will notice, you know, things like that. Because obviously their characters came from different walks of life, they didn't know to do that. So, she gave them some instructions like, "Tomorrow, I'll meet you in the morning, get some sleep." And, in the morning they all woke up. Like, they slept in their, like, fort of furniture in the morning. They all woke up and was like, "Alright, what do we do?" And they went down, they ate breakfast, and they went outside and they saw writing in Thieves' Camp, which one of the players can read. This rogue. And it was like, "Meet me like in the basement where you were last night." And it was like, oh, anybody could say that in Thieves' Camp. We're not gonna do that. So they went and they just like wandered in convoluted routes throughout the city to try to like throw her off their trail. Oh god, I've got a lot of shit on me. Alright. If I deposit all the box, will that take the clothes I'm wearing off? Oh, I got a thief set again. The only thing I might use is the... I don't actually think I have it. It's something that goes on your head that hurts you, but it gives you more souls. No, I don't have it. Alright, if I deposit all... Ah, fuck, that's... One moment. Inventory management actually requires my concentration, even though I'm just hitting up and right trigger. I thought that was gonna be me putting like every single thing in the vault, and I was really excited by that. Oh, cool, I can't do that. Alright. I can hit A? No. Does it just automatically do that now? Cool. Give me a second. I don't need a short sword. Oh, they're all there already. Shit, okay. Throw my knife away. Actually, I'll keep the knife. That's pretty good. I don't need any more short swords. What's that do? Magic damage, I'll keep it. Drake sword. I'll keep it. I can put the broken shit away. Hilt's in there. And fine claymore I need. Flamberge. Ooh! You could probably use that. Let's see a minute. Zwei, great sword, no. Zweihander can go away. Scimitar, fucking hate that. Falchion, put that away for now. Ayayato, leave that. Mailbreaker, I'll leave. S-Stock, I'm sorry you're going in the vault, buddy. Records, Rapier, and Velk's Rapier, I'll keep. I don't need a million battle axes. Don't need the gargoyle, no, no. 50 strength. Can I actually wield that with 2 hands? I don't actually think I need that. No. Nah. No, I'll keep the war pick actually. No. I'll keep that. Store the partisan. Can't use that, so no. Actually, my dex is pretty close, I'll keep it on me. I read it. Halberd. Keep the crystal halberd. The crystal halberd just fucking breaks really easily, but it's got a lot of stuff on it. I feel like I need to keep Lucerne. Because I love her. Oh, I can upgrade my black bow. No, cool. I don't need that, don't need that. I will never ever use a fucking crossbow. Fuck that. There's not a single difference between these two. I think I like the red and white better. So, the cracked is literally worse in every way. Target shield. Wooden shield. I don't know why I'd keep that. So the kite shield is just better. Got it. Knight shield. Here comes all the fucking shields that I don't know what they fucking mean. I don't think I'll ever use the. I don't fucking know. I'll just leave the shields. There's not too many of them. Alright. Cool. The noise this makes is gonna distract me too, because I'm fucking terrible at telling stories, so... Now it takes large Titan to upgrade? Ah, fuck. I can farm that too, but I'm not going to right now. +3 should be nice. I guess I'll... upgrade... what? I'll upgrade this once, sure. I know you can farm chunks somewhere, I just don't remember where. Let's upgrade that black bow too. And the thing with that is, this is literally just increasing its stability. I don't need any of this, but I'll upgrade it anyway, because I don't know what else to do with my life. Alright. Cool. I can't use great magic weapon. I can use magic weapon though. Maybe I should do that instead of shitty fire surge. Why is Vow of Silence out? Because it's 2 slots. And that's equipped, so obviously it's grayed out. 30 Faith, that's insane. Yeah, I'll throw a magic weapon on there. I guess I'll grind for a little bit longer while I tell the rest of the story, since we're getting close to caught up. Actually, we're almost caught up. So I'll grind until the story's over. We're caught up with the current campaign. What am I doing? This guy. So maybe I'll grind until I hit another level. So yeah. They like go around the city trying to like avoid being followed. They talk to some contacts that Ulrich knows because he lived there. They're like, alright. Whoa, that was a lot. Was that how much more damage was that than usual? Wow, 8. That was a huge upgrade to the lightning speed. If only I liked its heavy attack more, I honestly might switch to it. What else? So they go and check in with some of, thank you, sir. What is this guy's defect? So they go and check in with some of Ulrich's associates, you know, talks to them like, hey, you know, we're looking for this, looking for that, and they're like, nope, don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So eventually, they're wandering throughout the city. They get rooms at a different, nicer tavern to try to avoid being targeted by Grace again. It's like, and they like go up to their rooms and they leave through the window. And they're like, we don't want to get fucked up by her again. And I think Delson stayed behind while they went and did some other stuff because his player wasn't there. Oh, that upgrade was huge, huge, huge. Is this a kick weapon? So yeah, Delson's player wasn't there, and he was, you know, so he stayed back at the tavern, or rather inn. So it's a nicer place. It's like an inn, not just a, you know, tavern with some rooms. And he was like just chilling there, and they all went out. They're like, let's go actually investigate the basement now. I doubt she's just sitting there waiting for us, but you know, we haven't seen her all day. What's going on? So they went and were looking for, you know, fucking bed. They went and looked in the basement, and like, what's going on? And there was nothing in there. It's like, they actually, one of the players used disguise self and went in there as like somebody else, and didn't find anything, so they all went in there. It's like, what's, you know, there's nothing down here. And one of the players decided to use Detect Magic, and found a hidden, like, illusion. They went over and they poked at it and looked at it, and it turned out to be a trapdoor. So they, you know, got through the trapdoor, and they stuck their heads through the illusion, and were like, whoa, there's, like, a huge thing under here. So one of the players, like, went to go drop down, and they, like, looked down, and was like, oh, that's a weird slime thing down there. Bad. So they were like, what do we do? So the players like deliberated on what the hell to do for that for a bit, and they were kind of like, what is going on? You know, what's this? What's that? You know, and eventually they devised a plan to like swing in past the slime, because the slime was in its own like little bowl at the bottom. Because every time like they attacked it, it just kept trying to like come up to them, like the stringy tendrils, and then when they left it alone and like shut the door and like waited a few minutes, just went back to the bowl. They were like, maybe it just sits there. So they like swung, one of the players, Ulrich, swung like around the side to try to get the you know, avoid the slime and got up the side. and open. There were like 3 satchels on the wall, and opened one of them, and it exploded. It's like, oh boy, and he, because he was a shifter, he had shifted to try to like use the climb speed and stuff. I don't know if he gets climb speed, but he like, there's some reason he shifted. And it was a good thing he did, because the temporary hit points literally saved him from going unconscious there. Oh god. Ow. And then, you know, brought the bag up. I tossed the bag up and was trying to climb out when fell, but used a special shifter thing to like move mid-fall. And technically it's not mid-fall, but it's when you get close to an enemy. So he used that to like not land on top of the slide. And then he... yeah, sure. I think I'll go upgrade my black bow to +6 so that I can upgrade it while I'm out. Oh, look, my leg's doing the thing. I love this. One leg's just like... yeah, that's interesting. So... shit, I get so distracted. It just leaves my brain. But he was able to eventually climb up, like hooking the edge of the wood with his claws, and climbed up out of the little trapdoor. And they like opened the pack and said, "What is all this?" And they went through and it's like a bunch of daggers and some like nice armor and a book. And they were like, "Can't read this." Nope. And it's like, what's that? And one of my players who played Nick and Finnick, just because he wants to torture me, for some reason just always fucking takes Gnomish as a written language, and turns out this was written in Gnomish, so, I mean, it works out for him somehow, but he just always takes Gnomish. I don't understand. But, he read it, and it was like a journal of somebody's, and he was talking about these, days of, like, being, you know, assassins and stuff, and then being told, like, caught by these, like, 5 people, and working with them for a bit to, like, save themselves, and then there was, I always jump right there, and then, some stuff about, like, you know, being, like, eventually, you know, working with them, and, you know, really important stuff. This might not be very good against these guys. Yeah, because the lightning damage. Didn't think about that. Okay, that's bullshit. They're gonna hit me through the wall if I go back any further. Alright, give me a second. There shouldn't be too many here. I sounded angry. They were like, "Whoa, what is that?" Eventually they get back to the room with all the stuff in the bag, and it was like, they're like divvying up the loot, and like, who's gonna get this, who's gonna get that? And they get back to the room, Delson is talking to Grace, and it's like, "Hey, I'd like my stuff back, please." And she explains, you know, all the stuff about working with their previous group, the Blue Spectres, and, you know, how they, like, it was hers, and they should have read it, and give her stuff back, and, you know, all that stuff. And then she like explained all the information she knew about the like cult that was going on here and all that stuff, and knew about what she knew about that, and, you know, basically commended them for doing a good job of trying to like avoid her for the day, because, you know, she was invisible and following them. And then one of the players, Arcus, was like, "Hey, I actually know something about this cult. People have been just fucking coming up to me, because I'm a tiefling. Other tieflings have been coming up and being like, Hail Akira. I don't know what the fuck that means, but... And there's like, but apparently I've got a lead. It's like, oh, we should investigate that. It's like, this person told me to meet them here, or, go here. And it's like, well, we should probably look into that. And he's like, I'll go there. And that's pretty much where we left off, I'm pretty sure. It's been an unfortunate little bit since we played, but... Oh, he doesn't do the fucking upgrades! Why didn't I just go to the... That's disappointing. Alright, we'll get there and we'll be done. So yeah, that's where they're at. It's been fun. So they're looking into the death cult right now. And apparently Arcus is being singled out for being a tiefling. It's like, oh, death cult's time. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Can't wait to see where they go from there. Got some cool stuff planned for them. Yeah. That's fun to talk about while I'm grinding, even though I have a really difficult time grinding while talking. It's fun to talk about. At least, it gave me something to talk about while grinding. Woo! Instead of just, sitting there and being like, alright, I am grinding. Yes, this is what grinding is. I have killed this enemy 5 times now. So that'd be fucking boring. I'm sure my story wasn't super captivating, but it was better than me just saying, like, this is an enemy. I shall parry him. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, I have that. Upgrade my black bow, and then we will call it.
Well.
So what are these? This is raw. What does that do? Just look, since I can't do it. That decreases its scaling, increases its base damage. Okay. That decreases scaling, increases faith. Divine, obviously. And what the fuck is that? Probably a cult, if I had to guess. Oh yeah, because all he has is the Divine Ember. And the plus 10 Ember. I know things go up to plus 15 in this. You need a slab to plus 15 it. Oh, and I can take off my... no weight difference either. Just a huge increase in damage because I upgraded it. It's a little worse with strength, but a lot better with dex, so... That's why I used it on my dex build. But my strength build, probably a little less good, but... I can store this. No, because I don't need that. Maybe off screen I'll go through all my fucking shields, see which ones I actually give a shit about. So, yeah. Do inventory management. But thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.